Dissect the bone and take him for an x-ray later.
Very good, sir.
I'm very sorry, sir.
Don't worry.
Took quite a fall, didn't we, Master Bruce?
Why did we fall, Bruce?
George.
Don't be afraid.
People from your world have so much to lose. Now you think, because your mommy and your daddy got shot, you know about the ugly side of life, but you don't. You've never tasted desperate. You're Bruce Wayne, the Prince of Gotham. You'd have to go 1,000 miles to meet someone who didn't know your name. So don't come down here with your anger, trying to prove something to yourself. This is a world you never understand, and you always fear what you don't understand. All right.
I thought I might prepare a little supper. Very well.
Alfred,
Yes, Master Bruce.
it was my fault, Alfred. I made them leave the theater.
No.
If I hadn't gotten scared.
It was nothing that you did. It was him, and him alone.
Rub your chest. Your arms will take care of themselves. You're stronger than your father.
You didn't know my father.
But I know the rage that drives you. That impossible anger strangling the grief until the memory of your loved one is just poison in your veins. And one day you catch yourself wishing the person you loved had never existed.
Are you coming back to Gotham for long, sir?
As long as it takes. I'm going to show the people of Gotham their city doesn't belong to the criminals and the corrupt.
In the Depression, your father nearly bankrupted Wayne Enterprises combating poverty. He believed that his example could inspire the wealthy of Gotham to save their city.
Did it?
In a way, their murder shocked the wealthy and the powerful into action.
People need dramatic examples to shake them out of apathy, and I can't do that as Bruce Wayne. As a man, I'm flesh and blood. I can be ignored, I can be destroyed, but as a symbol, I can be incorruptible. I can be everlasting.
What symbol?
Something elemental, something terrifying.
Bruce?
Rachel, how are things?
Same. Job's getting worse.
Can't change the world on your own.
What choice do I have? When you're too busy swimming.
Rachel, all this, it's not me. It's inside. I am more.
Come on, Bruce, come on! We have some more hotels for you to buy.
Bruce, deep down you may still be that same great kid you used to be. But it's not who you are underneath. It's what you do that defines you.
Face them. To conquer fear, you must become fear. You must bask in the fear of other men. And men fear most what they cannot see. You have to become a terrible thought. A wraith. unreal terror cloud your senses.
What? What?
Embrace your worst fear. Become one with the darkness.
Where are you? Here.
We have purged your fear. You are ready to lead these men. You are ready to become a member of the League of Shadows. But first, you must demonstrate your commitment to justice. Voy!
I'm no executioner.
Your compassion is a weakness your enemies will not share.
That's why it's so important. It separates us from them.
You want to fight criminals. This man is a murderer.
This man should be tried.
By whom? Corrupt bureaucrats? Criminals mock society's laws. You know this better than most.
You cannot lead these men unless you are prepared to do what is necessary to defeat evil.
And where would I be leading these men?
Gotham. As Gotham's favored son, you will be ideally placed to strike at the heart of criminality.
How?
Gotham's time has come. Like Constantinople or Rome before it. The city has become a breeding ground for suffering and injustice. It is beyond saving and must be allowed to die. This is the most important function of the League of Shadows. It is one we performed for centuries. Gotham must be destroyed.
You can't believe in this.
Ra's al Ghul rescued us from the darkest corners of our own hearts. What he asks in return is the courage to do what is necessary.
I will go back to Gotham and I will fight men like this, but I will not become an executioner.
Bruce, please. For your own sake, there is no turning back.
Armed robbery, double homicide. Got a taste for the theatrical, like you. Leaves a calling card.
Does it depress you to know just how alone you really are?
So, as I terrorize Gotham, I will feed its people hope to poison their souls. I will let them believe that they can survive so that you can watch them clambering over each other to stay in the sun.
When I found you in that jail, you were lost. But I believed in you. I took away your fear, and I showed you a path. You were my greatest student. It should be you standing by my side, saving the world.
I'll be standing where I belong. Between you and the people of Gotham.
You let 5 people die. Then you let Den take your place.
I am the Batman.
Even to a guy like me, that's cold.
Where's Den?
Those mob fools want you gone so they can get back to the way things were. But I know the truth. There's no going back. You've changed things.
You could watch me torture an entire city. And then when you truly understood the depth of your failure, we will fulfill Ra's al Ghul's destiny. We will destroy Gotham. And then, when it is done, and Gotham is ashes, then you have my permission to die.
No one can save Gotham. When a forest grows too wild, a purging fire is inevitable and natural. Tomorrow the world will watch in horror as its greatest city destroys itself. The movement back to harmony will be unstoppable this time.
You attacked Gotham before.
Of course. Over the ages, our weapons have grown more sophisticated. With Gotham, we tried a new one, economics. But we underestimated certain of Gotham's citizens, such as your parents. Guns down by one of the very people they were trying to help. Create enough hunger and everyone becomes a criminal. Their deaths galvanized the city into saving itself, and Gotham has limped on ever since. We are back to finish the job. And this time, no misguided idealists will get in the way. Like your father, you lack the courage to do all that is necessary. If someone stands in the way of true justice, you simply walk up behind them and stab them in the heart.
I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you? Go back to ripping off mob dealers? No, you complete me.
You're garbage. Who kills for money?
Don't talk like one of them. You're not. Even if you'd like to be. To them, you're just a freak. Like me. They need you right now. When they don't, they'll cast you out. Like a leper. See, their morals, their code. It's a bad joke.
And then we'll see how loyal a hungry dog really is.
It's not about money. I'll show you. When the chips are down, civilized people, they'll eat each other.
Oh, having trouble. Take a seat. Have a drink. You look like a man who takes himself too seriously. Do you want my opinion? You need to lighten up.
Victory has defeated you. Then I will break you.
Oh, your buddy!
Go.
What have I done, Alfred? Everything my family, my father built.
The Wayne legacy is more than bricks and mortars.
I wanted to save Gotham. I failed.
Why do we force? So that we can learn to pick ourselves up.
You still haven't given up on me.
What does that mean?
Rise. Endure, Master Wayne. Take it. They'll hate you for it, but that's the point of Batman. He can be the outcast. He can make the choice that no one else can make. The right choice.
The night is darkest just before the dawn. And I promise you, the dawn is coming.
This is what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
That's why you couldn't fight injustice, and that's why you can't stop this train.
Who said anything about stopping it?
Someone like you is only here by choice. You have been exploring the criminal fraternity, but whatever your original intentions, you have become truly lost. The path of a man who shares his hatred of evil and wishes to serve true justice. yourself for more than just a man if you devote yourself to an ideal. And if they can't stop you, then you become something else entirely.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
I see it. All this stuff is yours anyway.
Know your limits, Master Wayne.
Batman has no limits.
Well, you do, sir.
Well, can't afford to know him.
And what's going to happen on the day that you find out?
We all know how much you like to say, I told you so.
On that day, Master Wayne, even I won't want to. You trusted me. And I failed you.
Gotham City is proud of an ordinary citizen standing up for what's right.
Gotham needs heroes like you, elected officials, not a man who thinks he is above the law.
Exactly. Who appointed the Batman?
We did. All of us who stood by and let scum take control of our city.
But this is a democracy, Harvey.
When their enemies were at the gates, the Romans would suspend democracy and appoint one man to protect the city. And it wasn't considered an honor, it was considered a public service.
That's the problem. You hung up your cape and your cowl, but you didn't move on. You never went to find a life, to find someone.
Alfred. Look, whoever the Batman is, he doesn't want to do this for the rest of his life. How could he? Batman is looking for someone to take up his mantle.
But you're not living. You're just waiting, hoping for things to go bad again. Remember when you left Gotham? Before all this, before Batman? You were gone 7 years. 7 years I waited, hoping that you wouldn't come back. Every year, I took a holiday. I went to Florence. There's this cafe on the banks of the Arno. Every fine evening, I'd sit there and order a Fernet Branca. I had this fantasy that I would look across the tables and I'd see you there with a wife, maybe a couple of kids. You wouldn't say anything to me, nor me to you. But we both know that you'd made it, that you were happy. I never wanted you to come back to Gotham. I always knew there was nothing here for you except pain and tragedy. And I wanted something more for you than that.